YouTube. Meet Pacheco Pac Washington, a 5'9" dual-threat quarterback with 4.4 blazing speed. I have no idea why I said quarterback, but he's a quarterback. He's 5'9". He's from a smaller town in Ohio, obviously, as well, so he's not getting heavily recruited to start his senior season. But how are you guys feeling about CFB 27 so far? I've been playing since the second on the EA trial. I really like it. The gameplay is really good. I'm not exactly 100% sure if I'm sold on all the new changes as far as like defense and stuff like that, but how are you guys feeling? And if you haven't played that, are you excited to play it? And, you know, does it make you more excited for the real life college football season as well? I'm from Ohio, and I'm an Ohio State fan, so you know I'm always excited about that. I'm excited to see what Jeremiah Smith can do this year. As far as RTG, I actually really like the changes they made. They didn't make a whole lot of huge changes, but like they changed the way the high school works. It's a lot easier to get your game tape up, which is good or bad. I mean, like if you're trying to be a low recruit, it's a lot easier to get a higher score. But you guys will see here by the end of game 4, I'm a 5-star quarterback. My goal with Pac was actually to be a little bit lower rated just because he's 5'9", and I actually purposely made his accuracies a little bit slower, or a little bit lower, not slower, a little bit lower. But you guys are going to see here, I'm actually going to pick Indiana. I'm the #1 quarterback in the nation. We should be the starter at Indiana week 1, but it's actually going to take us a week before we get there. I actually think my favorite changes are definitely the way they did practice and the ability to actually gain upgrade coins or whatever the hell they're called in practice, which is a lot better than the previous systems, because before, once you became the starter, as far as I'm concerned, you didn't really need to practice, and I kind of like working my way up with the coach trust and making it a little bit harder as I'm younger, and this really adds a challenge to it. So I really like the way they do practice and the way they do your upgrade system and everything. And I don't really think upgrading is as difficult as everybody was making it. Like I started college with I think 540 points or something like that. And I was able to upgrade my speed from an 80 to an 87 and then my acceleration up to an 81. So I actually really like the way they did the whole practice experience and gaining upgrade coins and everything like that. And I accidentally cut off the rest of the practice of the position battle for QB1, but I did end up winning here. It took me 2 weeks, week 0 and then week 1 we simulated a game, and then I became the starter against Northern Illinois in week 2. This is going to be Pac's story, but really this video isn't even about him, and it's really not even about college football 27. It's really about being accountable, or accountability itself. So guys, if you made it this far in the video, please do me a favor and leave a comment. Sorry about that. Just leave a comment if you made it this far, just saying accountable. Not only to hold me accountable, because that's really what this is about, is holding myself accountable, but also to hold you accountable. And I hope that anything I talk about in this video can help anybody, if they need it. And if not, really, this is just a vlog to myself then, to keep myself accountable. And I really don't care if 5 people watch this, or 500 people watch this, or 5,000 people watch this, because I really need this, and I really need to make a change. And, you know, I've taken so many first steps to make changes. I'm not going to say this is my first step, but, like, putting it out there and really, really holding myself accountable for once in my life, I feel like that's necessary. So put accountable down in the comment section. Keep me accountable. And if you ever need to come back to this, make yourself accountable as well. So I'm going to start here. I saw this post on Reddit the other day, and it was on the college football forum, or on the college football subreddit, I guess you should say. I guess I should say, not you. And basically, it's just it's just a guy down on his luck. He just lost his job. And basically, his post boiled down to saying goodbye. Whether that meant like just to the sub, or, you know, he was actually going through some real issues. Losing your job is extremely hard. So, you know, I felt for the guy, and he just was saying goodbye, and that he was thanking everybody, and, you know, wishing everybody had a great time on college football, and he lost his job and he couldn't afford it. And again, he never clarified what that meant, but it just got me thinking a lot about a lot of things, you know, in my own life. And I made a post, and I'll read not all of it verbatim, but I made a post. Because, like, within the last 2 years, like, I've done some shitty things have happened, but I also don't think that things happen to you, they happen for you. And I truly believe that. This is one of the reasons why I want to make this video, to hold myself accountable and maybe hear my voice back and maybe hear some information from some other people who could understand. And I'm just going to talk. Like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to talk. So if I pause a lot or whatever, I'm just talking, right? I truly believe that things happen for you. I don't think things happen to you, and I think they happen for you, and it is whatever you want to call it. It is the universe seeing how you will respond to it. I think that, your destiny or your fate is set, but you also control it at the same time, because it's trying to push you to your full potential and get you to where you need to be. That's what I truly believe, and I hate that sometimes I fall back on that and I don't always practice what I preach, and this is one of the first steps in practicing what I preach. So sorry for that long-winded explanation of what I'm talking about, but I think that that's the best way I can put it, is I want to practice what I preach, because I truly believe in this stuff, and I'm going to continue to believe in this stuff until it changes. But on that post, I explained to him I had never been fired before. At 28, 5 months before my daughter was born, I got fired from a shit job. I got fired from a job for the first time. It wasn't a great job, but it was still money on the table, right? I had never been fired before. I had worked since I was 18. It was a huge shock, right? It sucked. There's no explanation for that. But it was a shit job, and I took it as positively as I could, and I've taken that in a positive direction as well. I became a personal trainer because I got fired from that job. I'm a personal trainer to this day, but, that doesn't matter. To continue, though, a year later, I got fired a second time from another shit job, so I went back to the dealership, to car dealerships, after my daughter had been born. Because I thought I could make more money. I sold cars when I was like 25, 26, and I made decent money. And I thought, I can simply just go back and sell cars. Well, it just didn't work out. The dealership I worked at just didn't do numbers, and I didn't do numbers. And that's on me, right? Like, I wasn't in the right mindset at all for that. A year later, I got fired again from another shit job. I said, keep going. Things happen for you, not to you, and I truly believe that. And then I explained to him, like, in the meantime, you can do Amazon Flex or something like that. I do Amazon Flex. I'm making, you can make nearly $200 a day working like 5 or 6 hours. I was doing that for the last probably 2 months, I would say. I've been doing that and the personal training thing, and then the transmission in my car went out, so like my one source of income is now gone. So now I'm sitting here at 30 years old. I have negative money in my bank account. I have a kid. I have a girlfriend. I live in her house. I need to support her, and I need to support my kids. And I always say, like, I'm willing to do whatever, and then I don't act on it, right? So for me, this is one of those steps, and it's just one of those steps I need to take. And I know I've said accountability a lot, but I think I need to take this step. The first step of real accountability. And I want to say, I know I'm going to achieve my dreams and goals. I don't know when, and I don't know how, but I know I'm going to. I have that belief in me, and I've had that belief in me for a long time. It's not lack of ambition. It's not lack of drive. My goals aren't super small. They're not huge. Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to coach high school football or college football, but high school football, the people who impacted me the most growing up were my teachers and my coaches. And I always look back and wish that I would have just listened to them or believed in them a little bit more the way they believed in me. I just never had the self-confidence to believe in myself. I never saw what they saw in me. And I never want kids to feel that way again, which is why I want to be a teacher and a coach, because if I can change the trajectory of one kid who was on the path that I'm on, that I was on, that I continue to be on apparently, at 30 years old and still not done with college and still needs to go back and finish 3 more years and is still struggling financially. that is what I want to do in life, and that is my passion, and that is my goal, and that is what I will do. That is my dream, and it is what I will do, and I fully believe that I will accomplish those goals and dreams. And having my daughter made me reevaluate that even more, to the point where who am I to tell her she can be and do whatever she wants to be when she grows up if I don't even do the same thing for myself? That is such a huge disservice for her, to her. That would be just, I'm at this point where, like, I know I can't do that to her, and I won't do that to her. I know I will be successful. So this is not to say, like, I don't think that I can do it, or that, like, I'm down or anything like that. I have full belief in myself, and I know I'm going to get there. And I think that's one of the main lessons that I want to kind of say in this video too, is that even though I have negative money in my bank account, even though I'm going through a really tough time right now and I really don't have any other options, I don't even have a vehicle at the moment to make money, right? Somehow, some way, I'm gonna fucking make it. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna fucking do this. I'm gonna achieve my dreams and goals, and I'm not gonna let her down, and I'm not gonna let myself down anymore. I've listened to a lot of life coaches or motivational speakers, or, whatever you want to call it. Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor is one of my favorite ones of all time. I've discovered someone recently in the last probably month, David Bayer, and he does a better job at making it make sense and showing you the steps than all of them. And I'm just gonna talk about some of the things that I've learned from him a little bit. This isn't a motivational speech. This isn't me trying to be a coach or anything like that. This is just some things that right now they're not 100% working because I'm just starting this, but I know what my future is gonna look like, and I want you to know. If you feel like I feel, if you felt like I felt, if you think there's no way out, there's a way out. And you have to just believe that there's a way out, and there will be. There's gonna be a way out, right? There's a way for you to achieve everything that you want to achieve. And I don't even know why I'm saying that right now, because I haven't achieved anything in my 30 years. Noteworthy anyways. But I know that I'm gonna be something, and I want you to know that you can be something too. So the one thing, I don't know if you guys can hear the paper in the background, because like I said, I'm just doing this. I'm just going, right? Like, there's gonna be very little edits as far as this goes, as far as me talking goes. I think it just needs to be authentic and real and upfront. So I started this last week, or I did this last week, I should say. You take a piece of paper, you write the title identity shift on top, or whatever you want to call it, however you want to phrase it. And then you write a line, and you're going to have your current self and your future self. On the left side is going to be your current self, on the right side is going to be your future self. And then you're going to draw a line down the middle. You're going to come up with a nickname for your current self. So my last name is Schilling, Shilling. My current name is Shithead Shill, right? Because I've been a real shithead. Like, that's the truth. I've been shitty. My attitude has been shitty, and as positive as I think I come off as sometimes, or I am, especially like with my clients and things like that, sometimes I let everything around me affect me, and everything going on affect me, when I know that the real outcome is going to come when I decide to not let the external affect me. So that is what I'm working on. That is, this is step 1, step 2, step 3. I don't know what step this is, right? But it's a step, and it's a step I'm taking that I haven't taken in the past. So basically, on the left-hand side, you write your nickname, whatever you want to call yourself. I'm Shithead Shill. In quotations, I put, who are you being? And these are the bad plays. So in football, you run good plays and you run bad plays. If you call the bad plays over and over again, well, you're not going to last very long as a coach, right? So that's on my left side right now. And I'll go back to that in a second. Now, on the right side, who I want to be is on the right side. I want to coach football and I want to be a teacher. And I want to be Coach Schilling. What would Coach Schilling be? How would he act? How would he treat people? How would he handle adversity? How organized would he be, right? What would be his thought processes? So David Bayer teaches in situations where you kind of feel like your old self or you're falling back in your old habits. Who would the person you want to be in this situation? If you want to be a millionaire, how would you act if you had $1 million, right? And I wish I had $1 million because that would solve every issue I'm having right now, right? It wouldn't, but it would solve a lot of them. So you're right, whoever you want to be on the right-hand side. Back to the left side now. You're going to write 5, 6, 7 points of how you feel and what you do. So your actions and how you feel. So, first, I worry way too much, yet not enough. So, I worry about dumb shit, and I don't worry about the important things. I am a very relaxed person, for the most part, but sometimes too relaxed. I don't get stressed about the things I need to get stressed about. I lack confidence. Even to this day, with all the work I've done, with all the changing of how I've thought, with all the neurons I've built and neuron pathways I've built and changed from the time I was probably 20, 21, 22 when I started this journey. I am a lot more confident in. I could never see myself as a personal trainer of groups or one-on-ones, 10 years ago. But even to this day, I still live in lack of confidence and fear, right? I haven't went to college because I fear how am I going to get the money, and I fear not getting good grades, and I fear failing and then having to pay more money. I'm living in fear because I'm living in lack of confidence. If I 100% believed in myself and knew exactly how the outcome was going to be, how I should live my life, how I should attack school, that wouldn't be a fear. I wouldn't have that fear. So I know I'm living in lack of confidence and fear right now. Lack of perseverance. So I played sports growing up, football, baseball, basketball. I always prided myself in the ability to persevere. But as I got older, I let the adversity eat me alive from the inside because I didn't believe in myself. That's just the truth. I just didn't believe in myself. I had no self-belief as far as that goes. That is carried over into my adult life. Yes, I can persevere. Yes, I can go through hard times, and I'm getting better at it every day. I am handling my situation currently 10 times better than what I would have handled it 5 years ago. But I still have lack of perseverance in everyday life. I'm absent-minded. I am very ADHD, and I use that as an excuse sometimes to be absent-minded, to be aloof. I'm indecisive. I have had long periods of time in my life, 6 months, a year, 2 years, where I was very decisive. And the more decisive you are, the more you make a decision fast and change it slowly, the better it is. I'm very indecisive. I look for the easy ways out. Or the easy way out. And I don't do what needs to be done all the time. Feeling like I failed and I don't have time and I'm behind everyone else. Because I see my friends getting married, I see my friends buying their own homes, I see them making $70,000, $100,000, $150,000 a year. And I literally, at this exact moment, have negative $300 in my bank account. I'm inconsistent. I will be positive, and I will use my affirmations positively, and I will go into things energetically, and then the next day I will be a completely different person. And I need to stop. That inconsistency is destroying things in my life. And I know that. So basically on the left side, this is what you're writing down. So to give you another explanation of that, it's what are your thoughts that you regularly have? What are the emotions that you regularly experience? And then what are the things that you regularly do? So those are the negatives. That's shithead chill. That's me right now. That's current me. That's not future me. That's current me. Actually, that's past me. And David Bayer teaches that because your current is just your past catching up, right? You can change your future, and then or you can change your current, and then your future is going to be different. And this is, like I said, this is step 2, 3, 5, 6, whatever it is. This is a step towards it that I need to take. Coach Schilling. So on your right-hand side, these are the good plays. These are the plays that are going to work. These are the person you want to be in the moments that you're the shithead chill, right? Relaxed and giving. I am giving when I have it, but when I am lacking, I can't give. I don't give in abundance when I'm lacking, and I hate that. I want to be able to give. I want to be able to give money. I want to be able to hold parties and have my friends come over and give them dinner and buy them beer and do all that. I want to be able to take them out to eat because they deserve that. Because they've trusted me, right? For whatever reason, they trusted me. I've had a lot of the same friends since I was 5 or 6 years old, and these people are still in my corner with my lack of success, with everything, right? With being shitty, with not talking to them for months on end sometimes. They're still in my corner. They still have my back. They deserve that. They deserve more out of me. Everyone around me deserves more out of me. Right? One thing that I have learned, and again, I don't always practice as I preach, and I need to, because I have the understanding, and I know the understanding and knowledge isn't doing, right? That's another thing, is understanding and knowledge isn't doing. The best version of yourself will give everybody else the best version of yourself. It'll make everybody around you better. And that's not a selfish idea. That's you being a creator. If I'm the best version of myself, my girlfriend's going to be the best version of herself. If I'm the best version of myself, my family's going to be the best version of themselves. If I'm the best version of myself, my friends are going to be the best versions of themselves, because I can give them that. So relaxing giving is one. Have a deeper spiritual understanding. I'm not religious, but I am spiritual, right? I believe in energy, and I believe in the universe, and I believe there is one source of everything. And I think that we are just the source experiencing itself over and over again, and it's living different lives, and that's what it's doing. And with that belief, even if it's not real, even if it's a placebo effect, it doesn't matter, because that belief can carry you. And I think that's the one thing that a lot of religions teach you that we misconstrued. They all pretty much teach the same thing. Believe in the one, believe in that energy. It'll have your back. It'll help you. And I know that. And I'm trying so hard every day to get into that. I've started reading the Bible for historical context, for different ideas, just to deepen my spiritual belief and faith. Whether it's in God or whether it's in the universe or Buddha or whoever. Just to deepen my faith in myself. To have self-belief. And to have that knowing that there is something supporting me. And that with that belief, I will get where I want to be. And that's why I said, I'm gonna get where I want to be. I know it. I don't know how or when or why, but I'm gonna get there. I want to be consistent, and I don't want to have hesitation. I want to be present. I need to work on being more present. I find myself so many times not being present in life. I want to take care of myself mentally and physically. I need to be more generous. So this goes back to being relaxed and giving. And I want to spend more time with my friends. I have best friends that I haven't seen in 6-7 months. And normally that would be because you're locking down and you're locking in and you're making progress in your life. Realistically, it's because I have a kid. I'm exhausted all the time, but I'm exhausted because I do dumb shit. And I don't mean party. I don't mean waste my money. I don't have any money to waste. I just do dumb shit, right? Like, I just am constantly in this fight or flight mode. And it exhausts me. And I'm done with it. You can be whatever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. And you need to know that. And you need to know that you can get there no matter what. And then, under your positive side, you're going to write a line. Again, those are your good plays. So you can put that somewhere on there. I put good plays. The good plays. Under that, write 5 to 7 goals and dreams. My first goal, $100,000 per year. I've had this goal since I was 25 years old. But honestly, I just want financial stability and freedom. It doesn't have to be $100,000 per year. I want to be able to provide for my family. I want to become a successful coach. And I want to become a successful teacher. And I want to build my faith and confidence. Those are my goals over the next 5 to 7 years. Nothing huge, nothing extravagant. I'm going to reach those goals. I'm going to. These are the things that you are striving to create that the future version of yourself would have already created. So to hold myself to the highest accountability, I'm going to put this out there because I have to achieve these dreams and goals. You can do the same thing with your dreams and goals as well. You don't have to make a video about it. You don't have to do any of that. You can just record it. You can write it down. You can say it out loud. Your words have power. Your thoughts also have power. But if you say it out loud, if you put it out there, I truly believe that the energy, the source, faith, God, it has no choice but to respond to you and give you what you're seeking, right? So, reap what you may sow, but realistically, like, it's just belief. It's just belief in putting it out there. And if you guys made it this far, you're going to hear this and you're going to know that I've said this and you're going to hold me accountable even if you don't. You know, put it in the comments or try to. So here's the affirmation that I say every day. I say it 10 times, sometimes more, but I say it 10 times out loud just to make sure it's out there. Just to make sure the universe knows exactly where I'm going and exactly what I'm going to achieve. I do have money. I will provide for my family. I am a teacher. I am a coach. And I will win a state championship. That's the affirmation I say every day. 10 times out loud. It'll work. And you can do the same. Just believe in yourself.
He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. To the air. It's Washington. Here comes the heat. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense... Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. The option, he'll keep it. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. The Hoosiers headed quickly to the line.
Everything went right on that play except the receiver going out of bounds. It's late in the fourth. You've got the lead. You're just trying to bleed the clock as much as possible. Just got to have better awareness on the field.
Spits it out to the back. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running inside, it's Martin. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Hoosiers look to keep this drive humming. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That's reeled in. It's Chandler. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. On the ground with the counter.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's got it again. And they'll knock him down. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Winning those individual